Welcome, fellow travelers. Get ready for a breathtaking virtual tour of the incredible Montmorency Falls, a true natural wonder just minutes from vibrant Quebec City. It's the second most visited tourist site in the Quebec City region, after Old Quebec itself. Our tour starts just outside, after paying the entrance fee. Here, you get a great view of the falls from afar. While Quebec metropolitan area residents can enter free with proof of residence, others have to pay a small entrance fee, about $10 per adult. If you drive to visit, parking fees also apply, and it is highly recommended to purchase parking tickets in advance online, to ensure a smoother arrival. It is breathtaking to just stand here, and listen to the roaring sound of the water endlessly plummeting over the cliff. The park features a network of trails, and we took a walk along one of the wooden paths to get a closer view. Montmorency Falls is a majestic natural wonder, located just 15 minutes northeast of Old Quebec City in Canada. At an impressive 83 meters or 272 feet in height, it surpasses Niagara Falls by a full 30 meters, making it the tallest waterfall in Quebec and the 8th tallest in Canada. While narrower than its more famous counterpart, its sheer force and dramatic setting offer a uniquely captivating experience. The falls were named in 1613 by Samuel de Champlain in honor of his patron, the Duke of Montmorency. It was also a key battleground during the British Invasion of Quebec in 1759. From that battle, legend has it that a lady can sometimes be seen floating around the falls, a grieving fiancé who supposedly jumped from the falls to her death, after learning of her lover's death in the battle. A highlight of the Montmorency Falls experience is the panoramic cable car ride. As the cable car ascends, it provides passengers with breathtaking views, not only of the powerful waterfall itself, but also of the expansive Park Cove, the majestic St. Lawrence River, and the picturesque Ile d'Orleans. Let's go ahead and take the ride. In addition to the panoramic views, at the top, there are a number of activities available including the Montmorency Manor, an observation deck, and the suspension bridge. Round-trip tickets are about $15 per adult. The cable car is a fun way to get to the top of the falls. It starts from the lower terminal, at the level of the St. Lawrence River. It is a relatively short ride, only about 450 meters, and takes less than 4 minutes. It is a convenient way to access the top of the falls, as opposed to the more rigorous 487-step panoramic staircase. For a comprehensive experience, many recommend taking the cable car for the ascent and then descending via the panoramic stairs. As you can see, the ride is also super smooth, making it comfortable even for individuals with a fear of heights. It accommodates wheelchairs, strollers, and service animals, enhancing access for visitors. As mentioned before, one of the great features of this ride is you get panoramic views of the area, not only of the Montmorency Falls, but also the surrounding area, including the island of Orleans, in the beautiful St. Lawrence River. The first cable car at Montmorency Falls was constructed way back in 1901. Back then, its primary purpose was to facilitate access for visitors arriving by train at the foot of the cliff. It provided transport to the hotel, Manoir Montmorency, and its surrounding site at the top. Inside the cable car, it is wall-to-wall windows, offering everyone a view. There is no seating, just rails to hold onto as you stand, and each car can transport up to 40 people. As you can see, you get a unique view of the falls. From this vantage point, you can observe the sheer force of the water as it crashes down into the reservoir at the base. We also caught a quick glimpse of a cable car heading back down. The waterfall creates quite a bit of mist and spray. If you are lucky, you might even spot beautiful rainbows. The falls exist due to a remarkable geological history. They were formed during the Paleozoic era, several hundred million years ago, as a result of a massive geological fault in the Earth's crust, known as the Montmorency Fault. This fault caused a dramatic collapse of rock formations on the riverside, creating the stunning cliff face you see today. This cliff and resulting waterfall were then fed and shaped by the Montmorency River, which has an average flow rate of 130 cubic meters per second. While this is the average, the river's water level and flow rate can vary significantly with the seasons and precipitation. During the spring runoff, for instance, the river can swell considerably, with flows ranging from 130 to 650 cubic meters per second. In 1885, a dam was built at the falls to produce electric power for Quebec City. This was a pioneering effort, making Quebec one of the first municipalities in North America to utilize hydroelectric energy. The original generating station was demolished in the 1930s, and today, the current focus of the park is on its natural beauty, historical significance, and recreational activities. As such, the park's management has consistently invested in endeavors to improve the visitor experience. And one thing to note is this year, in 2025, there is actually major construction work underway at the top of the waterfall. The goal is to improve visitor access and reduce traffic congestion on surrounding roads. This project includes redeveloping the parking lot, creating a new strolling circuit, and planting English gardens to evoke the Victorian era around Manoir Montmorency. The park is still open, but depending on what phase they are in, things may or may not be accessible at the top. Reaching the top of the falls, there are numerous activities available. You can explore the historic Manoir Montmorency, enjoy breathtaking views from the Baronne observation deck and suspension bridge, or descend the panoramic staircase. For those seeking adventure, you can even zipline across the falls. The Manoir Montmorency, originally built in 1781 as a governor's villa, and later a private retreat for the Duke of Kent, had to be rebuilt after a 1993 fire. Today, this elegant manor, surrounded by picturesque gardens, serves as a central hub at the top of the falls, featuring a restaurant, gift shop, and an interpretation center. From the manor, we decided to get nice and close to the falls, and experience them from the Baronne observation deck and the suspension bridge. To get there, we took a pleasant walk along a wooden path known as the cliffside Boardwalk, as it winds along the cliffside. It was mostly flat, and not challenging at all. In addition, we were there at a time that it was well shaded by the beautiful trees. While the park was not super busy when we visited, on an average over 970,000 people visit this natural wonder every year. This makes it the second most visited tourist site in the Quebec City region, after Old Quebec itself. The busiest season at Montmorency Falls is summer, when the waterfalls gush powerfully and the area offers many outdoor activities. Autumn is also a popular time to visit due to the changing foliage. And after a short walk, we reach the observation deck, where you get some great views right next to the falls. Here, the sound of the water is deafening. After enjoying the observation deck, we headed to the suspension bridge, where you can walk directly above the roaring waters of the falls. After enjoying the observation deck, we headed to the suspension bridge, where you can walk directly above the roaring waters of the falls. Despite being a suspension bridge, the walkway is pretty solid and stable, with no noticeable swinging or bouncing. The views from here are unbeatable. We hope you found this video informative. Please like, follow, and subscribe.